Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, speaking to you on a blistering hot summer day in my power spot. Hopefully you can hear the flow of the running water behind me. And I'm about to drop into a deep meditation. But before I do so, the spirits were moving within me, and they were moving me to speak to you. The question that is on my mind on a regular basis is, what is it with most people where they always look for a rescuer or a validator, something outside of themselves to either validate their perspective or free them from pain, discomfort, any sort of dissonance in their bodies and in their consciousness. Now me, I'm a sovereignty coach. That's what I actually do for a profession. And most of my clients, when they first come to me, they look to me as a rescuer. And early in my coaching career, I actually did people a great disservice as I sought to accommodate them in this. I sought to alleviate them from the discomfort they were experiencing by rescuing them. And each and every one of these clients failed at their true intentions in working with me as a coach. And I am partially responsible for that, as I, by seeking to give them what they were asking for, or one dimension of what they were asking for, I denied them the process, the power of experiencing their own process, their own hero's journey of going into their own shadows. You see, the true role of a coach, of a teacher, is a pointer to the truth, not a giver of truth. I believe Bruce Lee said this, and it's been said in many other ways, shapes, and forms. And I'm going to quote a passage from the Christian Bible, from the New Testament. I'm probably going to misquote it, but I believe this is in the Gospel of Luke. And Jesus says, those who are looking to the kingdom of heaven saying, here it is or there it is, are sure not to find it, as the kingdom of heaven lies within you. Now, evangelical Christians will say that the true translation is the kingdom of heaven is it within your midst, referring to Jesus Christ being that kingdom of heaven, the rescuer. But when I read this, I interpreted the passage differently, as I interpreted the kingdom of heaven as something that lies within the heart of humanity, that lies within a deeper nature of humanity that presents itself once the light of consciousness shines. Now, again, evangelical Christians would dispute and say, I am misinterpreting that passage, but I stand by my interpretation as being the real one. As when one goes through their own process, and one goes through their own journey, goes into that journey of darkness and discomfort, and they seek the source of understanding that darkness and discomfort, and keep digging and keep embracing that process, eventually they find the treasure, the kingdom of heaven. Bruce Lee said a similar quote, "The medicine to my suffering is within me." And as a sovereignty coach, I understood that my real purpose was to support people and help guide them through that process, but not to take it away from them, not to dishonor them and dishonor their process by robbing them of the amazing power and the amazing empowerment that lies with embracing the discomfort and understanding the discomfort, as opposed to looking for that quick fix, looking for the rescuer, looking for the savior. As I know now, when we all go within that, and again, when we have appropriate guides and mentors who support us through this, then that kingdom, that light that is on the other side, that is in the cave, that transforms us from within and brings out a greater potential that otherwise would never be found if we remained in that unconscious state and seek to outsource that salvation to something outside of ourselves. So, if you are in the place where you're seeking a rescuer, I invite you to seek a guide, a teacher instead. A teacher who supports you on your journey, but does not rob that from you by claiming to rescue you from it. As when you find that medicine to your suffering and you come back to the world, it's you who is actually going to transform the world around you with that medicine. And this is what I leave you with as I'm about to drop into this meditation. And I wish for you peace.